Welcome back, guys. I'm sorry, it took me more than a week to post my second video. I really wanted to post it a few days back, but I couldn't post it because of a few issues. So I had in mind what I wanted to do, but I couldn't work on it for some time. But yes, now I have come up with a video. But today I won't be reviewing a movie. Neither will I be reviewing a book. I'll be reviewing 2 to 3 songs by an artist called Sufjan Stevens. So Sufjan Stevens is an American artist. His genre is, like indie folk. Most of his songs are acoustic in nature. But today I'll specifically be talking about 2 songs. One song is a song called Mystery of Love, and the next song is a song called Should Have Known Better. So Mystery of Love is a song that Sufjan Stevens made for the movie Call Me By Your Name, which is adapted by the book Call Me By Your Name. So this song came in that, and then Should Have Known Better is another song from his 2012 album called Carrie Lowell. I don't know if it's 2012 or 2015, but it's from his album before that. And the reason for choosing these 2 songs is one, these 2 really beautiful songs, and there's a weird connection between these 2 songs. There's not weird connections, but there are connections in these songs because Sufjan Stevens, as a writer, as a singer, his songs are very emotional, they're very personal, and the way he writes is very it's very different from other writers. And I'll go as far as to say, I'll go to an extent to say that he's maybe one of the best songwriters that I have seen in my life. Because the way Sufjan writes his songs, it's very different. It's very different, and it's very impactful. I mean, it has impacted me. I don't know how it has impacted other people, but yeah, I'll be talking about these 2 songs. And please ignore the light. I have tried to make some changes. I've tried to make it better. I've tried to make the videos look more better. So I got a light, but I just found out the light is reflecting my spots right now, so I can't do it. So yeah, please ignore the light. And yeah, so I'll be talking about this song by Sufjan Stevens. It's called Mystery of Love. I won't be going in a very linear order. I can't explain the whole song. I can't take all the lines of the song and explain it to you guys. But what I'll try to do is I'll go a little non-linear, but I'll try to explain the parts of the songs that I really loved. Because Mystery of Love, as you guys might have guessed by the name of the song, is talking about the mystery of falling in love. Because if you think about it, falling in love in itself is a mystery. You don't know how you fell in love with a person. You don't know, not a person, anything in general. It is a mystery. You don't know how it happened. You don't know why it happened. It's not a thing that you can quantify. And I'm sorry, there might be a little bit of disturbance because I stay in hostel. So yeah, just take note of the disturbance. Yeah, so the song talks about the beauty of falling in love. And in this case, it's the beauty of falling in love for the first time. Because when you fall in love for the first time, it's a very beautiful feeling, right? But at the same time, there's so much sorrow and pain that comes with it. Comes with falling in love with an individual, and also when you part ways with that individual. So this song beautifully captures all of these things. There is a historical aspect to it. There is a spiritual aspect to it. There's Sufjan Stevens is questioning things. He's telling things in the song. So yeah, let's get started. I'll be yeah, so this song that he wrote was for a movie called Call Me By Your Name, which was a movie about this young kid called Igor falling in love with a person who's a little older than him called Oliver, who had come to Italy. So I would also suggest you guys to watch the movie because the movie is also very good. I mean, that movie is the sole reason why I want to go to Northern Italy. But yeah, so let's start off with the song. I'm just sorry, I just need a well, I want the lyrics of the song because I have not by hearted the lyrics. So I'm sorry, I should have checked that. I was prepared, but I don't want to say the wrong lyrics. So the song starts off with him saying, Sufjan saying, "Oh, to see without my eyes, the first time that you kissed me. Boundless by the time I cried, I built your walls around me. White noise, what an awful sound, fumbling by rogue river. Feel my feet above the ground, hand of God deliver me." So if you observe his writing carefully, he's saying things that are quite opposite to each other. Like in the first line, he says, "Oh, to see without my eyes. How are you seeing without your eyes?" But then he later on says, "Oh, to see without my eyes the first time that you kissed me." The first time you kiss a person or the first time you fall in love with a person is such a beautiful feeling, and the sensory impact it has on you supersedes all the other sensory impacts. It's something that you feel. It's such a internal feeling that yeah, that's exactly what Sufjan is trying to explain here. But then again, he says things that are quite opposite to each other. He says that boundless by the time I cried, I built your walls around me. And in the next stanza, he says, "Feel my feet above the ground, hand of God deliver me." How are you boundless, but then you built a wall around you? How are you feeling that your feet is above the ground, but then daring God to deliver you? So what Sufyan here is trying to explain, and what he succeeded in explaining, was when you fall in love, you feel free, you feel liberated. It's a beautiful feeling that there's someone there that loves you, someone with whom you can tell anything. But at the same time, because this feeling can go to such extreme levels, it can also confine to the individual, or confine you to that feeling. But as I told before, I'm not. This is just my perception of the song, because that's the beauty of art. There's one input, but there are multiple outputs out of it, right? And then he starts off with saying, "The first time that you kissed me," but then later on in the song, like she says again in the next stanza, he says, "The first time that you touched me, oh, will wonders ever cease? Blessed be the mystery of love." So he's asking, will this like mystery of love, this wonder, will it ever cease? Do wonders ever like happen? If it happens, then yeah, maybe just blessed be the mystery of love. So there's a lot of questioning that is happening in the song. Then there's another beautiful line in the song, which has a little bit of historical context, which maybe he put it in the song to have a connection with the movie, because the movie talks about two men falling in love with each other. So there's a line in the song where it says, "Like Hephaestion who died, Alexander's lover. Now my river bed has dried, shall I find no other?" So Hephaestion was the army general of Alexander's army. So he was considered one of the best friends of Alexander, and they both grew up together. But it's also believed that they were lovers. It's believed that Alexander was in love with Hephaestion, and Hephaestion did die in a war, I think in Iran or Persia, I'm not sure where. But he puts that historical aspect that has happened to this very personal feeling, which makes it larger than life, I feel. And after that, he says that now my riverbed has dried, shall I find no other? It's like he's fallen in love with the person, but then it doesn't work out, right? Things don't work out the way you wanted to. So now he's kind of questioning, and he's kind of explaining that sorrow or the sadness that you feel, and he's saying that my riverbed has dried. Shall I find no other? There's no water. Because water is the most important thing for a river, and love is also a very important feeling, and he is just out of it now. So he's questioning, will I find another one? I don't know. Maybe he's just asking. He's putting the question out there. There's also an aspect of song later on the song where he says, "Shall I sleep within your bed, river of unhappiness? Hold your hands upon my head till I breathe my last breath." I think this line is where he's saying that he will completely give in himself for love. Like he says, "Shall I sleep within your bed, river of unhappiness?" He knows that there will be a lot of unhappiness that comes with it. He knows that it will be tough, but he's ready to give all in. He's ready to sleep in that bed. And he also says, "Hold your hands upon my head till I breathe my last breath." He wants to be in love till the end of his life. Yeah, that's what he says. And then at the end of the song, he says, "The last time that you touched me, oh, will wonders ever be? Wonders ever cease? Blessed be the mystery of love." Just imagine the song starts with the first time you touched me, the first time you kissed me, and it ends with the last time you touched me. It shows the whole arc of falling in love, falling out of love, not out of love, but things not working out, and all the questions, all the things that comes to with that process of meeting love. There's also there's a weird spiritual aspect also in the song where he's saying, "Lord, I no longer believe." This stanza comes in the middle somewhere where he says, "Lord, I no longer believe, drowned in living waters, cursed by the love that I received from my brother's daughter." So the first two lines, he is maybe questioning, or I don't know, there's a spiritual aspect to the song where he's asking God himself that, I don't know, I don't know whether this love exists or will I ever fall in love with again. And he says, use the words drowned in living waters, I think, which also explains his feelings further. But now there's another very interesting line he says in the song, and people who might not have heard Sufjan songs before might misinterpret it, but this is why I'm explaining it at the end, even though it's not how the song ends. He says, "Cursed by the love that I received from my brother's daughter." Cursed by the love that I received from my brother's daughter sounds really weird, right? How you cursed by your brother's daughter's love? So what he's trying to tell maybe is that his brother has had a daughter and she has loved an individual. It maybe didn't work out, and now he's feeling that this beautiful love that I'm getting from my brother's daughter, I don't think I'm worth it. I think that is like a curse that I've got. Now, I don't think this is the right interpretation to it, but this is what I feel. But the reason why I am talking about this line is the other song that I told in the beginning of the video that I'll be talking about was a song called "Should Have Known Better." So there's a connection with this line and that song. So yeah, so this I was talking about mystery of love, but now I'll be talking about "Should Have Known Better," and at the end I'll tell you what I feel about the song and how the song has impacted me. So "Should Have Known Better" came out, I think, in the year 2015. I'm not sure, yeah, 2015 or 2012, where he came with this album called "Carry On Lower." So this song was basically him grieving about his mom's death. His mom died in the year 2012. The thing, just to give you a context of it, Sufjan, this is what I've read online because I try to research a lot about him and what his past. Because when I hear his songs, I realize that these songs are very personal. Because you can't write these things if they're not personal. You have to, you must have, like gone through things to write. So when I read about it, it turns out that his mom died in the year 2012, but he was not staying with his mom. So when he turned 1 year, his mom left him, so he went to work with his dad and his stepmother. And he used to go visit his mom and his stepdad. His mom had a few mental health issues, apparently. I'm not sure about it. But so yeah, this album was basically him talking about his mom's death and him grieving about it. So I can't guarantee all the information that I've given you. Most probably they are not right. So do your own research. Please don't believe completely on what I've said. So this is a beautiful song in that album called "Should Have Known Better." There's another beautiful song called 4th of July, which I'll be talking about later. But "Should Have Known Better" is another beautiful song by Sufjan Stevens. Another song that I really love by Sufjan Stevens. So this is a song where Sufjan is basically talking about how his relationship with his mother had an impact on his relationship with himself and his relationship with other people. Right, so this song starts off with him saying, "I should have known better to see what I could see. My black shroud holding down my feelings, a pillar for my enemies. I should have wrote a letter and grieve what I happened to grieve. My black shroud, I never trust my feelings. I waited for the remedy." And then later on, he says, when I was three, maybe four, she left us at the video store. Oh, be my rest, be my fantasy. Oh, be my rest, be my fantasy. So, what he's trying to explain here uh, is about how him as an individual, he's not able to open up. He confides in himself, and maybe all these things have had an impact on his relationship with his partner or his relationship with other people, and him explaining why it happens or why it happened. I'm not saying he's explaining, but it gives the reason. My black shroud is the all the childhood not trauma, I would say, but if you listen to the line where he says, when I was three, maybe four, she left us at a video store. So this, he's basically talking about his mother. And she left us at the video store is basically how's his mother not being with him throughout his childhood. And the impact that this has had on him, which has put a black shroud over him, because of which he never trusts his feelings, or he holds down his feelings, or he's not able to see things properly. So all the impact that his mom's actions had on him when he grew up. So he very beautifully explains that. And later on, he goes on to say, no, I'm not a go-getter. The demon had a spell on me. My black shroud, captain of my feelings, the only thing I want to be. Like, his childhood had impacted him so much that it had, like, he could, it's something that we all go through, right? Like, there are always childhood experiences that shape us. Sometimes there are these bad experiences which we don't really forget for a very long time. And this part of the song, the first half of the song, is exactly talking about this grief and this regret that, like, they had this black shroud on me. He knows it, that he had this black shroud on him. This black shroud can represent depression, or it can represent anxiety, or it can represent lack of trusting others, or it can represent just confiding in himself. He knows it. He's grieving about it. He's regretting it, that I did this. The first half of the song is talking about all these things. But then the tune of the song changes at the half of the song. It becomes a little bit more melodious. And this part of the song is where Sufjan Stevens realizes and he says, I should have known better, nothing can be changed. The past is still the past, the bridge to nowhere. I should have wrote a letter explaining what I feel, an empty feeling. Don't back down, concentrate on seeing. The breakers in the bar, the neighbors waiting. My brother had a daughter, the beauty that she brings is an ammunition. So this is where the brother's daughter gets connected. So in this part of the song is where he's realizing, or he's realized that past was just the past. Things happened, and I should just move on by it. And he says the line, I should have wrote a letter explaining what I feel, an empty feeling. Over here, what he means is I just should have just told it, or just felt that emotion, even though it was an empty feeling. I just should have done it. This is the part of the song where he's realized what has happened to him, and there's a sense of not motivation, I would say, but he's telling himself that it's fine. This has happened, but now I have to change. And he's changed. This realization that comes to him, there's an arc, right? He's going from telling that this happened to him and his focus here, but there's an arc to it where he realizes that, oh yeah, I can't do anything about it. Past is just the past, and bridge to nowhere. And in the next line he says, my brother had a daughter, and the beauty that she brings along with you. So after his mom died, his brother maybe had a daughter, and the beauty that she brings in. This beautifully expresses how Sufjan Stevens' knees had an impact on him. Maybe he helped him to get out of these sad phases of life. Or maybe also he sees her as a reincarnation of his mother, which is my theory, it's very stupid, but maybe that's how he's looking at it. Maybe he's seeing his brother's daughter as a ray of hope in his life now. and her existence has changed him and made him a better person. And this is why I said Sufjan Stevens is one of the greatest writer, because the context he's used in this song, expressing this emotion in this context about his brother's daughter, is so much more different from how he used her in the song Mystery of Love. There's literally so much difference in it. So that was the connection between these two songs. But these two songs express two different emotions and two different feelings. And at the end of Should Have Known Better, he says, "Don't back down, nothing can be changed. Cantilever braves the drunken sailor. My brother had a daughter, and the beauty she brings illumination." So yeah, so his brother's daughter, his niece, has saved him somehow, and the beauty and the warmth and love that she brings has helped him get out of his tough times. So these were the two songs by Sufjan Stevens, and I should not be explaining songs like this because it's not, you can't do a quantitative analysis or qualitative analysis of songs. Right? This is something that you should feel, should fall in love with. But I've tried my best to convince you guys why you should listen to Sufjan Stevens songs by putting a lot of thought on it, which I don't think is a great idea. I think you should just enjoy art for what it is and not think too much about it. But I don't know, man, Sufjan made me think a lot. So I'll blame Sufjan Stevens for this. He wrote the song so well that I know I have to think a lot about it. So yeah, I also told that there's another song called 4th of July by Sufjan Stevens. I think that is a song that I would just recommend you guys to hear because that song is just beautiful. It is devastating. It'll break your heart. It broke my heart. I still feel sad when I think about it. So the 4th of July is this very emotional and very sad song where Sufjan Stevens basically telling us the conversation that he had with his mother when she was on her deathbed. Right? He's angry on his mom definitely for her not being with him throughout his childhood, but still there's love for anybody's mother, right? Sufjan still loves him. So at the beginning of the song, he says the evil, it spread like a fever ahead. It was the night when you died, my firefly. What could I have said to raise you from the dead? Oh, could I be the sky on the 4th of July? So 4th of July is the day when America got its independence, right? So 4th of July, they'll be, firing crackers and all. So he's telling his mom that the cancer that she had spread like a evil and then she passed away. And he's saying, could I have done something to wake you from the dead? Could I have done something? And then his mom's reply to that is, "When you do enough talk, my little hawk, why do you cry? Tell me, what did you learn from the Tillamook Dome of the 4th of July? We're all gonna die." So his mom is telling him that, like he calls his mother my firefly, and his mother calls him my little hawk. Why are you crying? Death is inevitable. We're all gonna die. So Tillamook burn was some forest fire that happened in America, which killed a lot of animals and trees. And 4th of July also represents that because you're burning firecrackers, right? So fire over here basically represents death or end of things. And she says we're all gonna die. Also, somewhere 4th of July is a song through which Sufjan Stevens is accepting death as a part of life rather than complaining about it. So then the line goes, sitting at the bed with the halo at your head, was it all in disguise like junior high, where everything was fiction, future and prediction. Now where am I, my fading supply? He was talking about his feelings, what he went through, his questioning things when he was with his mother on her deathbed. And then the mom replies by saying, "Did you get enough love, my little dove? Why do you cry? And I'm so sorry I left, but it was for the best, though it never felt right, my little Versailles." This is a beautiful line, this line where his mother is telling him, "Did you get enough love, my little dove?" She's someone who abandoned him, but she is hoping that he got enough love. It's very tough. I can't take sides here, but this conversation, imagine having a conversation with your mother on the deathbed. You're kind of angry on her throughout your life. But still, she's asking you, "Did you get enough love?" You cry, and she knows. "I'm sorry if this is what I felt, this is what I interpreted, and I'm sorry I left, but it was for the best, though it never felt right." She knows she made a mistake, and she's sorry for it. She never felt right, but she had to do it. She had to leave him. Uh, Yeah, so this is another song that is very, very emotional, and it always brings tears to my eyes when I listen to this song. I don't know, maybe that's why I chose to write about Sufjan Stevens, because I've heard a lot of artists, we hear a lot of songs, but the way he's able to express things and the way he's able to make it more personal. I think my brother had told me this because I used to write stories, right? And I couldn't write anything. So I told my brother what to do. So he's like, if you can't write something, if you can't think of something, just make it very personal. Just write something that happened to you personally. So if you look at Sufjan Stevens, there's an album of his called Illinois, which I feel is crazy. You guys should watch it. It's also quite sad and it questions a lot of things. You guys should listen to that album. I would recommend that album. I would recommend the Lovey and Coral album also. It's beautiful albums. I should listen to it because that's when, like it's the magnum opus of his. It's when he's reached that level that he's reached the god level. So yeah, I really wish I could express things like Sufjan Stevens does. No, not just Sufjan, the other artist. There's a Kannada writer called Jayant Kaikini. He writes songs. So there's a line of his I just remember it now, where he's expressing beauty of a girl. He says, Purna Chandira Raja Hakida Ninmaya Mogavano Conduction. So what he's saying there is, even the full moon went on holiday when he saw your beauty. If I can write about a girl like that, not a girl, but if I can write about anything like that, or if I can write about anything like Sufjan Stephen does, then I think I don't know, I think I'll be very happy. I don't think I would have reached anywhere, but it would really make me happy. So yeah, it's very weird. I told about Mystery of Love. I told you guys I should know better why you guys should hear those songs, but the reason why I love this song is completely different. So when I hear Mystery of Love, there's no connection with love there. I don't connect that song with love at all. And that's the beauty of art. Even though the song talks about love, the beauty of love, the sorrow of love, the pain of love, I don't relate it with love at all. I listen to Mystery of Love and Should Have Known Better when I'm traveling. So when we are going from Bangalore to Mangalore to my native, we go to the Western Ghats. And when I'm going to the Western Ghats or when I go to my native, there's a lot of greenery around, I play Mystery of Love. So even though Mystery of Love as a song represents the beauty of love, for me, it represents something else. It represents traveling. It represents nature. That's a very fascinating fact about art, right? It can make you feel like Sufjan Stevens wrote this song explaining the mystery of love, appreciating it. But for me, it's completely something else. It's completely something different, what I perceive from it. So yeah, that's the beauty of art, I feel. As I said earlier, and I think I said earlier, input is one, but the output is multiple. And yeah, that was my maybe I've given you 10,000 reasons why you should listen to Sufjan Stevens, and I really hope that you guys listen to it. I'll recommend his songs or albums in the description. And yeah, I'll be coming up with another video in a few days where I think I'll be talking about a movie. I'm sorry, I told in the last video that I'll be talking about just movies and books, but I had to tell you guys about Sufjan Stevens. It's so beautiful, man. I can't. I just wanted you all to hear his songs. So yeah, it would be great if you guys also could recommend me a few of his songs or what you felt about his songs. And the previous video that I've done about G, a Taiwanese movie, you guys could comment and recommend a few movies that you liked. You guys can be ever free to do that. I also put my Instagram. If you guys really like the video and if you guys also like Sufjan Stevens, you can connect with me there. We can discuss, because I feel there's so many different perceptions to it. There'll be many stories that will be coming out of this one particular song. So yeah, guys, that was my love for Sufjan Stevens songs and why you all should listen to his music. So thank you so much for bearing me for half an hour today. The last video was 20 minutes, this video is 30 minutes. So I'll make long form content only, and there's a reason for that, which I'll be talking in another video, subsequent video. But yeah, thank you so much for listening and bearing with me for 30 minutes. I love you guys. Thank you so much.